Welcome to this course on Python for data science. This is a 5-week course where I'm going to teach you some very basic programming aspects in Python. And since this is a course that includes data science, we will also show two different case studies. One is a function approximation and the other one is a classification case study. And with these case studies, we'll see how we can solve by using the programming platform that we are going to learn. So in this introductory lecture, I'm just going to talk about why are we looking at only Python for data science. Why Python for data science? Here, before going for Python, let's discuss about what is data science. Generally, we can say that data science is a science of analyzing raw data by using statistics and machine learning techniques, or we can say even we can use deep learning techniques with the purpose of drawing insights from the data. Here we can say that data science is a science like where we'll be taking raw data, and by taking this raw data we can use statistics or machine learning or a deep learning to get a very good output, to get a deep understanding of our output. And in other words, we can say that data science is used in many industries. Currently, we can say that many of the industries are opting data science because to make a better business decisions, to make a better output. Example, we can say that better business decisions in the sense like to get a better profits based on the data, they can decide that based on the data, based on the output, they can decide that which is the process, by using what process they are getting a good profit. So based on that they can decide a better business decision. And not only in the business, we can use this data science even in the science also, to test the models, different models, whether we are getting an exact output or not. And we can compare that outputs with the other outputs too. Based on the comparison, we'll decide which one is best. And we can use this data science even in the theories also related to the science. And in order to get a better decisions, a better insights, a good insights, we are going to follow some steps in the data science that it requires a process of inspecting the data, requires a pre-processing and cleaning and transforming the data. And after that we can go for modeling, analyzing and interpreting raw data. And in this course we are going to discuss that how we will clean and what is cleaning, and how we are going to go for the pre-processing and how we are going for the analyzing and everything. And in order to do all these steps, when we go for this data science, when we'll talk about practically, generally we are going to do 4 steps to get good insights, better insights from the data. The first one is to read the data. In the sense, coming to more practical viewpoint, what we do when we have a data. When we have a data, you have to bring that data into the system. Generally, data to store the data, we will use Excel sheet to read the data. So the first step is how to invoke the data into a programming language. In other words, I can say that how to invoke that data in the Python language. How to bring that data into the Python programming language. So once you bring the data into your system, then we can do all other remaining steps. So after bringing the data into the system, into the Python programming language, then we are going to do data processing and cleaning. Once the data is processed, once we have brought the data to the system, we may get some errors or some missing data also. And all these can be cleaned. Here comes like how we'll be getting an errors and what is a missing data. For example, missing data or to rectify the errors, first we have to decide that whether we have an error or not. In the sense, first we have to detect the error. So in order to detect that error, for example, generally we know that if you'll go for a date of birth of any person, if anyone asks like date of year, we know that date of year consists of a maximum of 4 digits. So when you're storing a data, instead of storing these 4 digits, if you're storing only the 3 digits, in the sense you're missing one more digit, right? So that is nothing but you're missing data. The same way you can take one more example also, that is mobile number, which consists of 10 digits. In that 10 digits, if you're missing some digits like 4 digits or 5 digits, or if it carries only a 5 digits, then we know that it is missing some data, right? So we have to clean all that data. In the sense, you're rectifying the error. Whatever the missing data is there, you have to rectify, and we have to clean that. And after rectifying, you have to add the data which is missing. Okay. And after processing and cleaning, then we'll get to the summarization of a data. This is nothing but like the complete data without any errors we have come here, summarizing the data. So in this summarizing data, we could compute mean, median by using a statistics, or you can go for your variance or standard deviations. All these can be done by using your statisticals. And after this summarizing data, then we'll be going for the visualization. Here you can see that we'll be getting an output whatever we want. For example, if you want a mean, you'll be getting an output in terms of your numerics. If the data is a huge data, if you want to find out anything, like maybe a mean, median, or the variance, or the standard deviations, or anything, we'll get an output in terms of a numerics. After that, if we'll go for the next step, that is visualization, is nothing but a pictorial form or the plots or the graph. And the main advantage of this Python program is visualization, because in visualization, compared to your summarization output, this is pictorial form, right? So pictorial form, just by seeing the picture within a span of a time, everyone can identify what is an output. Just by seeing a picture, like we can, just by seeing the graph, we can say whether we are getting a profit or whether we are getting a loss. So this is an advantage for the visualization, is an advantage, more advantage of this Python language. Once this visualization is finished, then the final step, where we can say it as a deriving insights from data. If you don't have complete data, or else if you have large amount of data is there, then we need to find out those amount of a data, what is that amount of a data for processing. And here we are going to derive the insights from the complete data of the cleaning, and everything will be having a data like original data. With that original data, we are going to derive the insights, and we are going to derive a better insights, which is nothing but you'll be getting an accurate, and we can say a deep understanding. Insights is a deep understanding of your output. These are the steps we'll be going to get a good output, or to get a better insights. Next comes to data science using Python. So here in this course, we are going to discuss the data science and the programming language Python. So data science, we have discussed that what is data science? Science of analyzing raw data by using a statistical or machine learning or deep learning is nothing but your data science. And that data science, when you're using a raw data, in order to get insights from the data, a better insights from the data, we are preferring the language called a Python programming language. Okay, and why we are preferring only the Python programming language for the data science? What are the advantages? What it consists of? Let's see now. So Python libraries provide key feature sets which are really essential for data science. And in the previous slide, we have discussed that after getting a raw data, we have to go for pre-processing and cleaning. And generally, the Python consists of a libraries, inbuilt libraries, and mostly we'll be using a pandas, Python pandas library, which is going to offer different functions for data manipulation and data wrangling. And after this pre-process and cleaning, we'll be going for the data summary or the summarization, where, as I said, like you can go for final output. That is, we could compute anything mean, median, variance by statistical. And next comes to visualization. Visualization, as we have discussed, that is nothing but a pictorial form which shows a good insights of an output or the plots or the graphs. In order to do this, again, we'll have a library commands to plot this visualization plots or the graphs. And we'll be using the library called matplotlib or Seaborn. These are the famous libraries where we'll use for the visualization. And this will consider the statistical information, and it will really help for identifying trends and the relationship between any two or any three, any relations more than two. What is the relation, whether we are getting a profit by just by seeing a visualization, and whether we are getting a loss, or which is the best decision we can do. All these just by seeing a visualization we can decide. And the advance of all these data science is machine learning or the deep learning. And once this visualization is finished, if you want to go for the machine learning and the deep learning, the libraries which we use is Scikit, and which is going to offer a machine learning program. And why we are using a Python programming language for data science? And because of the advantages of a Python, we have more number of an advantages for the Python. Basically, it provides a good ecosystem. As we have discussed that we have a good libraries, inbuilt commands, good ecosystem of libraries, which is a robust, and even the integration is a very good integration with big data framework like Spark, Hadoop, and object-oriented Java programming, functional programming. The integration between these languages is very good, and it provides support for reading files from the local database and even cloud also. And it is reasonably fast to prototype and improve programmers' productivity. The productivity of a programmers is improved compared to the other languages. And basically, the main advantage of this Python programming language is open source. We can see what kind of a tools do we prefer is generally we prefer open source. The main advantage of this Python programming language is open source. And according to the research, we can say that most of the scientists prefer to use open source tools over paid and customer made tools. And here the advantage of your Python is not only the open source as we have discussed in the previous slides, even it is a robust. We have a number of libraries, plenty of libraries because of a robust as well as open source. You are preparing a Python. And here if you can see the comparison of a scientist who are preferring these tools, open source 89% and custom mode is 8%, whereas the paid mode is only a 3%. And across the globe, what is the trend across the globe is the main programming language for data analysis is, you can see here the graph pictorial form graph. Python has a huge demand. Python is used by scientists or the industries. If you can observe over here, more than 50% is preferring Python programming language compared to all other languages. Previously, all languages was there, and present compared to this, our language, most of them were preferring Python because of the advantages which we have seen for the Python, mainly open source as well as a robust. And here, what we have discussed is a basic introduction for the course, that is what is data science and what is Python and why we are preferring Python for the data science. In this course, we are going to discuss basically what is data science and what is Python, how we are provoking that data into the language, and after that what is the process of pre-processing, cleaning and everything what we have discussed. That is the basic of the first week. And after that, even we are going to discuss in this course, which consists of what are the tools we are using in the Python again. And for this data science, we're using a Spider, how the directory, how to install this Python, how to use this Spider tool, and how to create a file or the save the file of a script, and how to execute variable creation, arithmetic logical operations, and the data types. All those we'll be discussing in this course. Along with that, in the after that, we are going to discuss the types of a data, that is strings, list, arrays, tuples, dictionary, set, range, and as I said, we'll be using a pandas, numpy. By using these pandas, even we are going to do a data frame related operations, data preparation, and even the visualization, and how to plot by in a visualization. What are the plots is nothing but like scatter plot, line plot, different types of a plots, that is histogram. All those we are going to discuss in this course. And after that, control structures, that is if else conditions, for loops, while loops, functions. And as I said in the starting, like as it is a data science, we are going to discuss in the finally case studies, which consist of two basic case studies in the data science, which are very important for the regression. And in this regression for predicting, and we are going to see the other case study, classification, how to classify the data. All these are the things we are going to discuss in this course. And after finishing the course, like you people can be able to do the data science by using your Python. And hey, we'll be getting a hands-on experience for both data science as well as the Python programming language. And we are going to solve more number of problems after finishing the course. So these are the things which we are going to discuss, which I'm going to cover in our course, which will be very much helpful for finding the data analysis, and after that we can go for even data analytics too, based on this data science. So here ends the introductory lecture of data science for Python. Thank you.